Hello everybody and welcome back to another match reaction. You may be slightly confused by the fact that I'm back here in my old surroundings now. That is because I do come back here on the weekends to watch, unfortunately, Charlton every single weekend. So yeah, I'm back here filming the match reaction from yesterday's game, which finished at the Valley. Charlton Athletic 2, Portsmouth 2. A result that on paper you would think is a very, very good result, and a result that I will happily take. But considering the performance, which was very, very mixed, we have to say, and considering where we are in the league right now, it most definitely isn't enough, and anywhere near enough, as we need to start winning games. And quite simply, Nigel Adkins' substitutions yesterday have given him a lifeline. Once again, it was another formation change and more changes to the side, as Adkins carries on his search to find what system works, even though it is very clear which system has worked this season. Regardless, the team was Craig MacGillivray in goal as usual, Adam Matthews at right back, Sam Lavelle and Jason Pearce as the two centre-backs, and Pape Souare returned to the side at left-back, replacing Ben Purrington, who was dropped out of the squad entirely. When I looked at the lineup, I didn't really know what formation it was, but as we kicked off, I think it was a 4-3-3, but I may be wrong with that. So I think it was Ben Watson, Harry Arter and Alex Gilbey in the middle of the pitch. Gilbey, of course, making his first start since returning from injury. Arter coming back into the side, Watson retaining his position, and the front three was Elliot Lee playing on the left wing. He's got a start. Jonathan Leko coming back into the team, and Jayden Stockley was put back into the side up front. Now, once again, it was just such a confusing lineup. I didn't really understand why. Like, again, we're going through more formation changes and more, in general, changes to the side. Like another 5 changes. I think we've made like 18 changes in like the last 3 or 4 games. It's something stupid like that. And it's just like, I just looked at that formation and I just sat there thinking, we're going back to the 4-3-3. Stockley's back up front. I know exactly what's going to happen. Like I was more than prepared to see what I have been seeing week in, week out. And again, I don't understand the selection choices. You know, Ben Purrington had a good game against Gillingham, dropped from the squad entirely. Blackett-Taylor, our best player over the last 2 games against Wycombe and Gillingham, bench. What are you doing? What are you doing? And then Jayden Stockley not in the squad again for the 3rd week running. Like, surely there's got to be something up with that. Because surely he's got to be picked, at least on the bench. That first half was nothing short of an embarrassment. It was absolutely terrible, honestly. Again, like just the same old every single week, and I am tired of saying it, and I keep saying that I'm tired of seeing it, but unfortunately we just keep seeing it. And it didn't even take Portsmouth long to take the lead. 6 minutes in, when Ronan Curtis bent an absolute weldy into the top corner, we just literally just stood there, let him get the ball, let him just walk towards our penalty area, edge of the box, bang, pinged it in the top corner. It's a great strike, but it is absolutely embarrassing defending from us, and defending that we have seen all season long, as we literally just stand off the player. We don't even bother to go near a player and stick a foot in. We don't go to them and put the pressure on them. We literally just stand there and jockey them and let them have the shot. We saw it against Wycombe with Gareth McCleary's goal, you know, and we've seen it again against Portsmouth yesterday with Curtis's goal. It's absolutely ridiculous. And the first half, as I say, was just absolutely horrendous. It was absolutely horrific. A continuation from the second half against Gillingham. And like I've said, all season long we've seen the same thing. Portsmouth took the piss out of us in that first half. And I find it hilarious because we went into that game as the informed side somehow. The midfield was non-existent. They were popping it around the midfield. They were exposing the right-hand side. Every single time they attacked on the right-hand side, it was 2v1. Every time. No one would even bother to stick a foot out. And to be honest, if it wasn't for John Marquis being absolutely shit, it could have been a lot worse in that first half. That opportunity where they managed to pull it into the box to him, all we had to do was just take a touch and just slam it in the back of the net. Pearce had fallen over, like tried to slide in to stop the ball and left Marquis completely unmarked. And Marquis has gone background Pearce, shot on the left foot, and somehow it managed to dribble past the far post. We were just absolutely awful. Like, barely got any attacking presence going until the final 10 minutes of the half. Our set pieces were horrendous. They just showed nothing. They just showed no desire to get the ball and stop the cross and get it away, you know. It was just a struggle after time. There was actually one really good tackle from Adam Matthews, to be fair, after we went 1-0 down not long after. I think it's 12 minutes in. They got played through and Matthews has just come across and he's just absolutely clobbered the Portsmouth attacker. It was an unbelievable tackle. It took us the final 10 minutes of that first half to eventually get into the game. We did have a couple of shots, you know. Jonathan Leko had a good opportunity, fired from long range, forced Bazunu into a good save. Gilbey got put through as well. He had a shot which he probably could have done a bit better with, but the keeper managed to save it. I've only just remembered, actually, we had a really good chance after Curtis scored, literally seconds after Curtis scored. We won ourselves a free kick. Elliot Lee got played through, had a shot across goal. I couldn't really work out what happened. I don't know if the keeper saved it, and then it saved it and just flew past Stockley and the other player that was at the back post. I think it was Lavelle. But I'm not entirely sure what happened, really. But it was a really good opportunity that we probably should have taken. But yeah, that was the end of the first half. Portsmouth went in 1-0 up at the interval. Adkins went straight down the tunnel to a booze. Allegedly, he smiled as he walked down the tunnel and as the fans were booing him. I don't know if that's true or not. And in the second half, Harry Arter was subbed off at the 45th minute mark and Clare replaced him. Now, initially, I was like, why are we not taking Watson off as compared to Arter? But then after, literally seconds after, I was just sat there thinking, do you know what? Arter did nothing that 45 minutes. He did nothing to justify him staying on the pitch. And I was excited to see Clare come on, you know, because I feel like he's a player that is slightly underrated. That might be a bit controversial. I don't know. I know a lot of people don't really like him. But literally minutes after coming on, Elliot Lee got himself a free kick in a pretty good position. And I see Clare unmarked at the edge of the area. And I'm just sat there like, go on, do it. Do it, play it to him. And that's exactly what he done. Lee laid it off to Clare, inside the box. Clare, first time strike, bang, at the near post, and gets his first goal for Charlton. 1-1. A good goal as well, and a very good, well-worked routine. And a good finish as well from Clare. I thought it was a pretty good goal. And from that point on, the fans, you know, they got back in. The atmosphere was there. We were rallying the troops, and the momentum was with us. Leko had another shot from range, forced a good save out of Bazunu. You know, we were really coming forward, and we looked good, I must say. Like, Clare really did change the game in that midfield. He came on with a lot of energy, a lot of pace. You know, he was darting forward, driving forward, and the team, you know, they were following along with that. And then, rather typically, it has to be said, Portsmouth did regain the advantage. Some may argue it was against the run of play. It was fairly easy for Portsmouth to regain their advantage once again, to be honest with you. Marcus got played in, a cheeky little flick towards Marcus Harness. He just buried it into the left side of the goal. Good, again, good finish, well-worked goal as well, Marcus. The only good thing he done all game was laying off that flick to Harness. But regardless, Portsmouth got themselves back in front, and again, Charlton fans trying to rally the troops, trying to get going. And then, I must say, after they scored, we just, I don't know, we just went flat again. Like, we just went back to the way we were playing in the first half, struggled to get attacks going. I don't know what it was really. And then Adkins made a double substitution. Jayden Stockley come off, Josh Davison came on, and then Blackett-Taylor made an appearance as well, and he replaced Elliot Lee. I wasn't too keen on Lee coming off because I felt he had a pretty good game compared to the other attackers on the field. But it ended up working, as in the 87th minute, with not a lot of time to go, Blackett-Taylor once again showed his quality that he has been showing these past few weeks. He darted forward on the left-hand side again. The Portsmouth player couldn't get anywhere near him, played the ball across the box, and there was Josh Davison this time to stick it in the back of the net for 2-2. A point against Portsmouth, I will happily take that. I will happily take it. Like I said at the start, a 2-2 draw with Portsmouth, you'd think on paper would be a very good result, but, you know, you have to say, considering how we've been playing this season and where we are in the league, we're still third bottom in the league. It's not enough. It's not enough, really. But like I said at the start of the video, those substitutions have given Adkins a lifeline. Clare, Davison and Blackett-Taylor have given Adkins a massive, massive lifeline. I don't think that draw changes anything with where I stand, because I still have zero confidence in the man whatsoever. I still have no confidence in him. And we go into the game on Tuesday night against Bolton, and it is a must-win game, and they are a good team. We just need to start winning games, and we need to find a system that works. We need to stop changing formation every single week and making so many changes. We need to find the best 11 that works, and then go with that. Corey Blackett-Taylor has got to be starting from now on, 100%. it was criminal to bench him yesterday. It was absolutely criminal to bench him. And he showed why he should be starting by coming on and making the impact that he did. 2 assists in his last 2 games. He's been absolutely flawless since coming on. You know, Clare impressed me as well. I would like to see him start against Bolton. Jason Pearce, I felt, was an absolute donkey. He was absolutely terrible yesterday. I felt he had a pretty good game against Wycombe and Gillingham, but yesterday he was just terrible. Went back to the old self, really. Like, there was one moment in the first half where he sort of just stacked over his own feet and nearly gave a goal away. And he got very lucky as well in the second half when he lost the ball. And luckily the ref blew for a foul. The ref was absolutely terrible, by the way. Gave everything Portsmouth's way. I know I said that, you know, we need to stop changing the team so often, but there were some bad performers out there. Pape Souare was another one for me. I felt he was all right, but I felt in the second half they just found it very easy to break down his side, and I felt that he was a weakness in our team, and he was a weakness that they exposed, you know, because they were just bodying him, bullying him, and just tackling it down that left-hand side and just attacking us constantly. I felt that he had a weak game. Ariata was shocking. Don't want to see him start against Bolton. Ben Watson, he was okay, I guess. And then there's the Jayden Stockley issue again. You know, he gets a start. A lot of people were saying that he's the problem, saying that, oh, he's the problem to our hoofball situation. And look, he is a good striker. I do like Stockley, but Davison coming on and scoring has done him no favours. It's done him absolutely no favours, because it now just sort of says, like, well, what has Stockley done recently to justify him starting? Because Josh Davison has done an awful lot to justify him getting into the starting 11. To be honest with you, I think he deserves it. He got a lot of stick, and it was revealed that he was going to be involved in the team this season, and he deserves to be involved. I think he's getting the chance that he has deserved, and he's showing it with a goal, you know, against Portsmouth. But in Stockley's case, it's done him absolutely no favours for the fact that Davison has scored. And again, like, he was ineffective. Again, he did next to nothing. Didn't really see him win that many headers at all. Like, he was just sort of there. And you could even say the same about Jonathan Leko, who I was stunned to see last the 90 minutes. Because apart from those long-range efforts, I thought he was average. I didn't really think he was all that. But yeah, Portsmouth's performance was definitely more positive than ours, that is for sure. And you could definitely say that we were very lucky to come away with the point. It's a very good result, and I'm definitely going to take it. But Nigel Adkins has certainly been handed a lifeline, and he needs to start getting it right now. I've not got confidence in the bloke. I'm still Adkins out, but he really needs to get this right on Tuesday night against Bolton. We need to be winning that game, and then obviously going into the Fleetwood match as well, we've got to be winning that. We need to start getting performances going, and we need to start winning games. 9 games in, we've got 6 points out of 27, and we're 3rd bottom in League One. It's not enough. It is not good enough. On paper, this result is a good point, but considering where we are in the league and the circumstances of our performances, it's not enough. And we need to start turning draws into wins pretty quickly. Otherwise, Nigel Adkins will be a very hated man amongst the Charlton fan base. And to be fair, he already is. He already is wanted out by quite a lot of the fan base at this stage, so he needs to get it right, and he's under a lot of pressure now. So that is it for this video, guys. I hope you guys did enjoy it. If you did, can you possibly leave a like, subscribe if you're new around here, and turn on those post notifications so you are notified of every time I post a new video. What do you guys think of the game? Let me know in the comments below. Did we deserve the point, or should we have lost it? Should we have won it? If you have that opinion, let me know in the comments below. We really need to get this right on Tuesday, man. I know I've said it several times, but we need to get this right against Bolton. We need to win the game. Must-win match. But yeah, like I say, I've just got no confidence in Adkins whatsoever. He just needs to find a system that works, a starting 11 that works, and just stick with it. You know, success in this league comes through teams that rarely change their starting 11. Last season, we constantly rotated the team, and it was a shambles. And this season, we're seeing the exact same thing, and Adkins needs to fix that. Thanks for watching this video, guys. This has been Tyler Roninson. Have a nice day, and I will see you all for the match reaction against Bolton. Take it easy, stay safe, and I'll see you all then.